Peter William Thomson AO, CBE, is an Australian professional golfer. He is best remembered for his 5 wins in the Open Championship. Thomson was born in Brunswick, Australia. His Open Championship wins came in 1954, 1955, 1956, 1958, and 1965. He was the only man to win the tournament for 3 consecutive years in the 20th century. Thomson was a prolific tournament champion around the world, winning the national championships of 10 countries, including the New Zealand Open 9 times. He competed on the PGA Tour in 1953 and 1954 with relatively little success, and after that was an infrequent competitor. However, in 1956, playing in just 8 events, he won the Rich Texas International, and achieved his best finish in one of the 3 majors staged in the United States, to finish 9th on the money list. In the era that Thomson won his first 4 Open Championships, very few of the leading professionals from the United States traveled to Britain to play in that event. At the time, the prize money in the Open was insufficient even for an American to cover expenses if he won. However, Thomson demonstrated with his win in 1965 that he could beat a field of the world's very best players, as that victory came against a field that included Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus and Tony Lema, 3 of the top 4 American golfers from the 1964 money list. Thomson enjoyed a successful senior career. In 1985 he won 9 times on the Senior PGA Tour in the United States, and finished top of the money list. His last tournament victory came at the 1988 British PGA Seniors Championship. He was president of the Australian PGA from 1962 to 1994 and a victorious non-playing captain of the international team in the 1998 President's Cup. He was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1988 and the Sport Australia Hall of Fame in 1985. Thomson was a guest at the presentation ceremony of the 135th Open Championship, which was won by Tiger Woods. The event marked the 50th anniversary of Thomson's 3rd Open victory. Among golf's top players, Thomson has perhaps been the most active as a golf writer, having contributed to the Melbourne Age for some 50 years. Since the early 1950s, he is an honorary member of Royal Melbourne Golf Club, one of the world's top courses. Thomson has designed over 100 golf courses in Australia and around the world. Professional wins. PGA Tour wins. Major championships are shown in bold. The Open Championship was not sanctioned by the PGA Tour in Thomson's era, but pre-1995 Open wins were retrospectively classified as PGA Tour wins in 2002. PGA Tour playoff record. Australasia wins. 1947 Australian Foursomes Shield, 1948 Victoria Amateur Championship, 1950 New Zealand Open, 1951 Australian Open, New Zealand Open, 1952 Victorian PGA Championship Mobileco Tournament, 1953 New Zealand Open, New Zealand PGA Championship, Victorian PGA Championship, 1954 Ampol Tournament, 1955 New Zealand Open, Pelico Tournament, Speedo Tournament, 1956 Pelico Tournament, 1958 Victorian Open, Pelico Tournament, 1959 New Zealand Open, Pelico Tournament, Col 3000 Tournament, 1960 New Zealand Open, Wills Classic, 1961 New Zealand Open, Adelaide Advertiser, New South Wales Open, 1965 New Zealand Open, 1967 New Zealand Caltex Tournament, Australian PGA Championship, Australian Open, 1968 South Australia Open, Victorian Open, 1971 New Zealand Open, 1972 Australian Open, 1973 Victorian Open. European wins 1954 News of the World Match Play, the Open Championship. 1955 The Open Championship. 1956 The Open Championship. 1957 Yorkshire Evening News Tournament. 1958 Dunlop Tournament, Dax Tournament, the Open Championship. 1959 Italian Open, Spanish Open. 1960 Dax Tournament, Bowmaker Tournament, German Open, Yorkshire Evening News Tournament. 1961 News of the World Match Play, British Masters, SO Golden Tournament, Yorkshire Evening News Tournament. 1962 Piccadilly Tournament, Martini International. 1965 Dax Tournament, the Open Championship. 1966 News of the World Match Play. 1967 News of the World Match Play, Alcan International, SO Golden Tournament. 1968 British Masters. 1970 Martini International. 1972 W.D. and AMP/HO Wills Tournament. Note: the Open Championship wins are repeated here. Only the last win was an official European Tour event, as the tour formally started in 1972. Japan wins 1969 Chunichi Crowns. 1971 Dunlop Tournament. 1972 Chunichi Crowns. 1976 Pepsi Wilson Tournament. Note: only the last win was an official Japan Tour event, as the tour formally started in 1973. Other wins: 1954 Canada Cup, 1959 Canada Cup, 1960 Hong Kong Open, 1964 Indian Open, Philippine Open, 1965 Hong Kong Open, 1966 Indian Open, 1967 Hong Kong Open, 1976 Indian Open. Senior PGA Tour wins: Senior PGA Tour playoff record, Senior Major Championship as shown in bold. Other senior wins: 1988 PGA Seniors Championship. Major Championships wins: 1. Defeated Dave Thomas in 36-hole playoff. Thomas results timeline. Note: Thomson never played in the PGA Championship. DNP equals did not play, DQ equals disqualified, cut equals missed the halfway cut, T indicates a tie for a place, green background for wins, yellow background for top 10. Summary: most consecutive cuts made 10. Longest streak of top 10s 4. Champions Tour Major Championships wins. This was the December edition of the tournament. Team appearances: World Cup 1953, 1954, 1955, 1956, 1957, 1959, 1960, 1961, 1962, 1965, 1969. Sazinger Trophy 1956. President's Cup 1996. Honors: the 1st of January 1957 Member of the Order of the British Empire. The 31st of December 1979 Commander of the Order of the British Empire. The 1st of January 2001 awarded the Centenary Medal. The 11th of June 2001 Officer of the Order of Australia.